everyone, I am here with Tinkerbell and the secret of the wings. Let's see what's the secret and the magic about their wings. Let's begin. Seasons come and seasons go. At least that's how it is in the human world. But in a magical place called Pixie Hollow, spring, summer, autumn, and winter exist side by side. The warm fairies live in spring, summer, and autumn. The winter fairies exist in the cold and snowy season of winter. No matter where they live, the fairies always help each other. Tinker's nook was bustling with activity. The Tinker fairies were making snowflakes baskets for the fairies of winter. A flock of snowy owls soon arrived to pick up the baskets, leaving a shipment order for Fairy Mary. Goodness, Fairy Mary said. They need 20 more baskets for tomorrow's pickup. Tink watched as the beautiful birds flew off towards the winter woods. How she wished she could go with them. There's a whole other world over there, she said to herself. A few minutes later, Tink ran into her friend Fawn. Look out! Fawn cried as she chased a bunny through the tinker's workshop. Fawn was an animal fairy and had to round up the animals for their trip across the border to the winter woods. Tink helped Fawn catch the bunny. You are taking the animals today? She asked. How about if I help? This was Tinkerbell's chance to see where the winter fairies lived. Fawn agreed, and soon the two fairies were escorting the animals to the border that separated autumn from winter. Fawn told Tink that only the animals were permitted to cross the border. No warm fairies are allowed in the winter woods, just like the winter fairies aren't allowed over here. Fawn was having trouble encouraging a sleeping marmot to cross into winter. Oh no, no hibernating yet, she called into the animal's ear. You do that in winter. While Fawn was distracted, Tink edged closer to the winter woods. The air was freezing, but despite the cold, Tinkerbell took her chance and jumped across the border. Tink gazed in wonder at the beautiful wintry landscape, enchanted by the delicate snowflakes that drifted down all around her. Then suddenly her wings began to sparkle in a burst of colorful light, and she heard the faint sound of a baby laugh. The magical moment ended when Fawn pulled Tinkerbell back into the autumn. Fawn touched Tink's wings and gasped. They were freezing. Fawn rushed Tink straight to the fairy hospital. A healing talent fairy carefully wound Tink's wings until they were back to normal. Tink decided to find out what had made her wings sparkle. She flew off to the book nook, where she discovered a wing-shaped book that she hoped would give her some answers. But a bookworm had chewed through all the pages. A fairy told Tink that author of the book, the keeper, might be able to help her, but he lived over in the winter woods. Tinkerbell put on a warm outfit, packed the wing-shaped book in her bag, and tiptoed into the tinker's workshop. Then she climbed inside one of the snowflake baskets. Bobble and Clank spotted Tink and tried to stop her, but her mind was made up. All they could do was watch her go. In a moment, Tink was soaring through the air. The young owl that had picked up the basket had no idea there was a stowaway inside. As the owl crossed into the winter woods, Tinkerbell felt a cold blast of air. She peeked out of the basket and saw a winter wonderland spread out in front of her. Suddenly, the young owl let go of Tinker's basket. It crashed onto the landing area with Tink still inside, sending snow scattering everywhere. Tinkerbell hid behind the basket so that she wouldn't be seen. Then she realized that her book had been flung onto the ice. She had to get it back. Just then, Lord Mallory, the Lord of the Winter, arrived. Now that is odd, he said, taking the book from sled. A wintry fairy who had spotted it. Lord Mallory asked Sled to return the book to the keeper. Tinkerbell secretly followed Sled. The keeper, Dewey, was in the Hall of Winter when Tink arrived. Another winter fairy was asking him why her wings were sparkling. Tinkerbell realized her wings were sparkling too, just like before. Then she felt herself being drawn towards a fairy whose name was Periwinkle. The girls hoped Dewey could explain what was happening. He guided them onto a giant snowflake which lit up. Just put your wings into the light, he told them. The chamber suddenly filled with images showing the journey of a baby's first laugh. A laugh that split in two. One half traveled to the pixie dust tree on the warm side of Pixie Hollow. Tinkerbell was born there. The other half blew into the winter woods, and Periwinkle was born. Tink and Perry were sisters.